Hey guys, welcome to On Two Wheels. I'm Ari Henning here in sunny Southern California. You may have noticed that my lanky, furry-faced co-host Zack Courts is not here. That's because we sent him to the worst place imaginable, Wisconsin in the winter. The reason he's there is to get up close and personal with one of motorcycling's most unlikely pastimes, ice racing.
The first thing you need for ice racing is ice. So, Milwaukee in the winter, check. Next, we needed people crazy or bored enough to ride motorcycles on the ice. Milwaukee in the winter, check. As it happens, one of these cooped-up crazy motorcyclists is our esteemed former editor, Aaron Frank. Aaron and the other natives wear mostly cotton and seem unfazed by riding in what is basically a giant ice puddle. I had lots of questions. For starters, what would I be riding?
Check it out, Zach, my Ice Ninja.
Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, dirt bikes are dangerous enough. We're gonna ride on ice now?
We're gonna ride on ice, man. It's my 2012 KX250F, all set up for ice racing.
Are those spikes in the tires?
Exactly, studded tires. Rear tire has about 1,100 razor sharp cold cutter ice screws in, about 500 in the front. I think you're gonna be surprised. They're put in at different angles. You've got driving studs and braking studs and side grip studs, and you're gonna be able to do anything you wanna do on this motorcycle on glare ice.
I've always been a bit of a side grip stud myself.
What could possibly go wrong?
Indeed. I remember this from On Any Sunday, actually, the original one, and I thought, just like every other bad idea in the 70s, they gave up on it.
Well, not here in Wisconsin, man.
Okay.
We've got two choices. We either spend the whole winter sitting on a couch watching television, or we go out on the nearest frozen lake and ride bikes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just take it easy and I'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Well, you better figure it out quick, because I signed us up for a 3-hour endurance race tomorrow.
No, you didn't. Did you really?
Absolutely. Steel Shoe Fun 3-hour endurance with a whole paddock full of AMA Pro flat track racers.
Good, good. Yeah, that sounds like a really bad idea, but fortunately we're all about bad ideas here on Two Wheels, so let's do it.
After a few last-minute riding tips from Aaron, and a pretty rusty attempt at kickstarting a motorcycle, I was on my way to certain ice racing glory. That's weird. I've never stalled a bike before. I don't know where the editor was on that one. At any rate, it wasn't long before the Ice Ninja and I were surfing the frozen waves of McKinley Marina. For once, Aaron wasn't completely full of it. Not only was there an amazing amount of grip, but the bike felt incredibly planted and predictable. And when you know it, we didn't have to go far to find good riding. But that's not to say that it was easy. In fact, it only took about 10 or 15 minutes of wobbling around this kidney bean practice track before I was out of breath and almost out of words.
Holy crap. So intense. My arms are pumping up like a road racer that has never ridden before, and the ends of my fingers are numb, and when I go into corners sideways, I can feel my boot kicking up a wake of almost frozen water that's hitting me right in the seat of the pants. But I have to say, Aaron was right. This is so much fun. I'm not sure I'm ready to get my ass handed to me by a pro, though.
Fortunately, I had local yokels Aaron and our good friend Dirty Dave on the three-man dream team. Now, the countdown was on. 10 hours to eat, sleep, and get the Ice Ninja ready for its racing debut. Race day. Kettle Moraine Lake, BFE, Wisconsin. Population, 100 motorcycles, the lunatics who ride them, and whatever friends and family they could drag along. Practice was limited to 1 lap to keep the ice fresh over the course of the 3-hour race. Crashing didn't help, but that was only the start of my problems.
I didn't learn the track, and one of the reasons I didn't learn the track is that it's 7.4 miles long. So I don't think anyone's gonna learn the track, me or the 99 other riders riding around today, some of whom are quite good at this. So, intimidated? Yes. Cold? Yes. Ready? Maybe.
As our de facto team leader, Aaron volunteered to take the first leg of the race. And considering the hazards of any motorcycle start, let alone one on the ice, that was fine by me. The running order was hard to follow at best, but thanks to Aaron, we were off to a good start. Before I knew it, his 3 laps and 40 minutes on the ice were up, and it was my turn as the nut behind the handlebar.
Stint 1, ice race, take 1. All right, I'm up. This is the part where I go from pretending to ice race to actually ice race. Cool, start with a wheelie. That's what I like.
Racing out on this course was a totally different experience than the little practice I had on the marina. The terrain was tough to read, and the sheer number of riders meant the track changed with every lap.
Oh shit, almost died. Almost died.
At the end of my stint, I'd held my own. I hadn't lost any positions for Team Ice Ninja. In fact, I may have gained a few. But with an hour and a half still left in the race, the team soldiered on. Then, tragedy struck. From across the mostly frozen tundra, an almost full-size man and a clearly crippled motorcycle emerged. Sadly, the ice racing experiment had come to an abrupt end for Team Ice Ninja by way of a broken crankshaft. But massive credit to the teams and riders that did finish. From the unforgiving weather to the challenging terrain, ice racers are tough as nails and are truly a special breed of motorcyclist.
Z-Man, welcome back.
Thank you.
Besides the fact that it was clearly really cold in Wisconsin, it looks like you had a pretty good time.
Yeah, and by the way, it's usually colder for that event actually, but I think we had it worse because it was warm enough that there were puddles. We were splashing through them, getting wet, and it was miserable.
Whoa, that sounds real tricky, but racing on the ice has got to be a ton of fun, and surely you had some takeaways from it, right?
Totally. 2 things. First of all, you can't believe how much traction there is from an ice tire. It's crazy. Total screwball thing for your mind to aim for glare ice because that's where all the traction is. The second thing is something that we come back to pretty often on 2 Wheels, which is that when you ride a new bike in a new environment, you find yourself building these skills that somehow feel like they make you a better rider no matter what the environment.
Awesome. And you know, having not been there, I think the one thing that inspires me the most is just the fact that no matter the weather, no matter the conditions, no matter where you are, motorcyclists are always going to find a way to get out on their bikes and have a good time.
Which is how you end up riding on ice, racing mini bikes, going on adventure rallies, and who knows what else.
I mean, there is a lot of fun to be had on 2 Wheels, and I think it's safe to say that we intend to do it all.
Yeah, so keep watching, please.
Yeah, that's it for this episode. Really hope you enjoyed this one. We'll see you next time.
Hey guys, Zach and Ari here from On 2 Wheels. You might remember us from that episode that ended 1 second ago, where we took up the whole screen.
Yeah, we might be a little smaller now, but listen, we really appreciate you watching the show and all the support, and believe it or not, we read all of the comments, even the dumb ones. So if you want to help us out, make sure you subscribe to our channel, share the videos with your friends, and by all means, continue leaving your comments below.
Down there. That's where we keep the comments.
All right, and now for some bloopers. Can someone please find out why it reeks of gasoline in here? You know how you should do it? Just walk around with a lighter until you don't smell it? I'd be willing to guess it's not.
Oh, dude, your shirt.
For reals?
No.
You son of a bitch. Yeah, check back next time for more stuff from this show.
That's so good. I want everyone to end that way.